Hi, I'm happy to be here today with Dr. Alan Greene, an expert in the field of pediatrics and wellness.
The environment makes a huge difference in kids' health. When you look at all of the rapidly increasing conditions in kids' health, it's not their core DNA that's changed recently, it's the environment, which is great news. That means there are environmental solutions to all of our most pressing children's health issues.
What are the top 2 or 3 in that category?
The number one question that new parents ask me about right now is sleep. It used to be that sleep like a baby meant to sleep all night soundly and not wake up to noises. So what changed? Our environment changed. And the number one thing that changed in our environment is light. Our sleep hormone, melatonin, that's really protective, rises and falls. But with the invention of the incandescent light bulb, it all switched. Just a minute under an incandescent light bulb can destroy the melatonin surge. Some kids get away with it, but many don't sleep well.
I have a 9-year-old and 11-year-old at home that wake me up every morning at 6:30 and jump up and down, so I'm used to that. But the best way that we've seen is just shut the lights off. But any thoughts on that?
The most important thing to do is change the environment. And if you can get particularly a blue wavelength of light out of their environment at the times they should be sleeping, or from about sunset to sunrise, then they can fall asleep in a natural way. And it's such a simple way to make a difference in kids' lives. If you think of the biggest childhood health issues today, childhood obesity epidemic is at the top of the list. And obesity and sleep are really tightly connected. Getting good sleep reduces the chance of becoming obese. And another huge pressing problem that we have today is ADHD. At many age groups, it's the number one prescription given to kids. Where does that come from? It's, again, intimately linked to sleep.
Interesting. What else in the environment would be something you'd want to impact on the sort of short form of things you would do to raise green kids? Have you considered all the possibility of light impacting the nutrient density of foods they eat?
Light makes a big difference on nutrient density as well. One of the areas I'm actually increasingly excited about is indoor agriculture. If we can get that solved, just think, you can have local agriculture wherever you are, whatever the climate is. Decrease the water use, which is a big crisis for us today. Decrease pesticide use, and I'm very concerned about the impact of toxic synthetic pesticides on kids. So getting good light to indoor agriculture to have nutrient-dense foods is, I think, a great thing.
So as we develop these lights with this blue spectrum modified out or blue spectrum added depending on whether it's daytime or nighttime use, how do we get the word out? How do we get people to understand that this really is an incredibly powerful natural drug? What's the methodology to being there?
If we get parents activated, they want the best for their kids. We want the best for our kids very strongly, instinctively. And when we learn about it, it's such an easy, no-brainer solution to increase alertness when kids want to be alert and sleep when kids want to sleep. And then when parents learn about this, they do it for themselves as well. And then for their parents who are having trouble sleeping.
So if we open the toolbox we have at Lighting Science and say, Dr. Greene, what's your wish list this year? What's your Christmas present? What would you like us to create that becomes something useful for you?
Well, speaking of this year, there's new research out just this week linking a regular bedtime with better behavior. Not just that the two are associated, but when you improve bedtime, behavior and emotional problems improve. So what I would love would be lighting for screens, because kids are looking at screens all the time, TVs, laptops, phones, that takes out that blue wave after sunset and that gets it back in when they need to be alert. I would love to see lighting in the home that can be controlled wherever the kids are. I'd love to see night lights for babies so that they're not exposed to this light. Besides everything else, there's a cancer risk from decreasing your melatonin at night. And that's the number one cause of disease death in kids that we could impact with light.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Fred.